We may be looking at our deepest passions and desires today and trying to understand how we can fully tap into them. Today has an energy where we want to keep our obligations, our commitments front of mind. We'll need to be honest with ourselves on the amount of time we have, the energy we have, the resources we have, in order to ensure that we stay on track with our long-term goals instead of getting sidetracked by momentary desires. Oh my gosh, I can't talk again today. Anyways, let's stop that and sit back, relax. Let's explore the cosmic energies together. We can gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy, how to utilize this energy, and move forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thanks for being here, and thank you for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send me each and every day. Welcome to your daily focus for October the 16th, 2023. And remember that today the stars are aligning just for you. Let's start with the numerology. We have the energy of the 16 today. The 16 energy is about awakenings. The 16 energy understands where we need to let go of a large portion of our life in order to go forward in new ways. This is about breaking through the glass ceiling. This is understanding that some of what you have been living doesn't work anymore. And you're branching out into new exploration. The relationship is ending, the relationship is beginning, the relationship needs to grow. We're going after starting our own business, to looking for promotions, to growing our stature in the community. 1 plus 6 is a 7, and that's standing in our truth. 7 is going to be a very strong energy for the next couple of weeks because that is also the energy of Libra. We just had our solar eclipse in Libra. So it is about growing relationships. It is about bringing in harmony and beauty into our relationships and into our environment. It's looking at how we can collaborate together on harmony and beauty rather than compromising. Because usually in a compromise, we give a part of ourselves away. Something that we valued, something that we felt we needed in order to keep the peace, in order to bring in the harmony. So be careful of not standing in your truth at this time and look towards collaboration over compromise. Now, if we look at the daily numerology, it'd be a 1 plus a 7 plus a 7. That gives us a 15 energy. And the 15 energy is about our habits, our behaviors, but mainly it's a lot about letting go. It's about being the phoenix rising out of the ashes. It's about saying, I was this person yesterday, but I've made some changes in my life going forward. And so this is who I am today going forward. I used to do that yesterday, but I don't do that anymore. Now I do this. It's about understanding where we need to cut off the things that actually pull us down, that burden us, that weigh us down, that keep us cornered, that does not allow us to move forward in one way or another. And 1 plus 5 is a 6. That really is our habits and our behaviors, but more so towards our well-being, our happiness, our spiritual body, mind, and taking care of ourselves. And changing our habits and our behaviors for what works against us and removing that and bringing in the things that are going to make us stronger, wiser, healthier. Libra is, well, the sun is in Libra and the moon has moved into Scorpio probably on the weekend, and I probably forgot to even talk about anything else about the moon except for the solar eclipse. So I apologize, but probably, Sunday at some point it moved. Now, being in Scorpio, it awakens us. It awakens a need in us, I should say, to tap into our passions, to tap into our desires. And this moon is going to oppose Jupiter. So we may find our minds wandering to adventure, to freedom, rather than what demands our attention in the moment. And we need to be cautious of committing to something that we don't have the time or the energy or the resources for. So think about what you are agreeing to. Ask yourself, do I fully understand the implications of what I'm agreeing to? Or do I need to research it more? Am I being too impulsive in my decision making? Do I need to back it up a little bit? Have I considered all the potential consequences long term and short term? Am I being mindful of my responsibilities and my commitments? Now, we do have Jupiter talking to Saturn, which is giving us this kind of intelligence or this cleverness when it comes to putting our goals and ideas into action. And in order to embrace this energy, we need to take the time to home in on the steps that are doable right now. More importantly, following through with action is mandatory right now. So we have that thought of, I need to do this in order to move myself forward. I need to do this in order to take the next step. Then you need to actually get up and do it. Let's turn to the cards. So today, our underlying energy is the Ace of Cups. It's embracing new beginnings, new starts, your heart's desires. That's what this card is. What a fantastic card for, right after the solar eclipse. We are moving into new paths, new journeys, new worlds. We could be reinventing ourselves completely, or at least a part of our life. Maybe we're reinventing our spirituality or our fitness and our health regimen. Maybe we are reinventing who we are in the workplace or what we actually do. The Ace of Cups is here to say embrace it all. Embrace those new beginnings. Embrace those thoughts that are going to take you forward. And yes, this is where our thoughts will be. Into the want for freedom, the want for adventure, the want for the new beginnings rather than showing up, especially on a Monday morning at work, doing the same thing that you did last week and the week before and the week before that. You are breathing and needing this adventure, this new beginning, this new start. So before you go to work, give that dream some energy. When you get a break, give that dream some energy. And when you, on the drive home, give that dream some energy. And as you go to sleep tonight, give that dream some energy so that you can be present for the things that you need to do in the moment. Knowing that your desires, your wants is also being worked on in the process. We have the Eight of Cups back again. I think I mentioned this card actually in the solar eclipse. It didn't come up, but it has come up many times over the last couple of weeks. And it tells us that, in order to go forward, we have to walk away from the comfort zone. Because sometimes the comfort zone is not the best choice for us. It's just the easiest choice. We know what to expect. Monday morning at work, you know exactly what to expect. Okay? All the paperwork needs to be filed from the weekend and go over that stuff. And, many bosses, they work Monday to Friday, so the weekend staff is left this chaos that they have to sort through, or maybe you have to sort through it, or you have to, we show up over and over again, and we know it, so we feel comfortable in that routine. That's why McDonald's throughout the entire planet, okay, we know that the washrooms are to our right, and the deep fryer for the fries, is to the left. Every McDonald's. Because we feel comfortable, we feel at home, we know where the washrooms are, we know where the deep fryer is, and that gives us a false sense of security. We could be in a country where we don't know the languages or the cultures or even the people. But when we walk into that McDonald's, we feel at home. We feel that wave come over us of, I know where the washrooms is. I know where the deep fryer is. They do it on purpose. So it's the home away from home. And that's only one example of the many, many industries out there that do that kind of stuff. So we get this security blanket underneath us. I know people that, they're being battered, they're being bruised, but they know what to expect, so they're scared to step into the unknown. because they're worried about a different kind of abuse coming, an abuse of nobody seeing them ever again, nobody really talking to them ever again, maybe giving them the comforts of a roof over their head and food in the fridge. Maybe that won't be a thing going forward if I leave here. Maybe I won't be able to afford any clothing. Maybe I am as worthless as they tell me I am. And everybody knows that, and everybody can see that. And so we stay in those kinds of relationships. We stay in those kinds of work environments. We stay in those kinds of social crowds. Because at least we know what to expect. And this is telling us to break free from those things. And sometimes it's actually things that, young adults, they move away from home. They have to leave. The knowing that when they open the fridge, it's full of all their favorite foods. They turn on the light switch and then there's light. It's magic. And, they know now, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to pay the bills. I'm going to have to somehow work that all in. Who's going to prepare my meals for me? I guess it's me. Who's going to do my laundry? How am I going to get to work? All those little comforts that we had. And really, once again, it was there as a false comfort because it could be taken away at any moment. Anything can from our lives. So when we kind of get into that thinking, that know-how of anything could go in the moment. So I need to step forward and create my best life ever. I need to take charge of that. So know during this time that, there may be tears. There may be hard decisions. There may be hard choices where you actually have to step into the unknown, where you have to move away from that comfort zone. But if we keep doing the same thing day in and day out and expect different results, well, that is the definition of insanity. So when we think practically, we know that we have to take a step into the unknown. We have to take a risk on ourselves. We have to try or do something different, even if it's changing just a small habit or a behavior in our life, because it's one step closer. There may be many steps, but it's one step closer. We have the Two of Swords. This is decision-making time. Now, the red, we wear red. So, definitely, it's about a passion. But more so, it's about a courage to make that decision in the way we need to. And we may need to look within because we're blindfolded here. So the information in the external world for us does us little good. We can ask for people's opinions, but that's all they are, is opinions. We need to look within. We need to look within and examine our heart on how to go forward, on how to make that decision. And maybe you don't even want to make that decision, but you know it's the best decision. Maybe people will get angry with you because you made that decision, but it's the best decision. And sometimes it takes a great courage and a lot of emotion can come out of it, be put into it too. And we have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, we are trying so hard to get to that castle. Can you see the castle in the background? Exactly. It's that little post way back there. That's the castle. That's what we're walking towards. That is our best life ever. And that's probably the distance. And look at us trying. We're trying so hard. We try so hard. We give it our all, and then we look back and it's like, I didn't even make it that far. And that is because look at the burden that we carry with us. Look at the extras we carry with us. It's making every step almost unbearable. It takes so much effort, so much concentration, so much focus. And we don't need all of that to be that way. We need to stop. We need to look at what we are carrying forward with us and say, you know what? This, and this has great growth potential. But this and this, it's just deadwood. And it's time to leave it behind. Lighten the load. So if anything, we are trying to back up from our commitments and obligations. We're not trying to take on extra until we get rid of some of the extra we're already carrying with us, so that we free up our time, we free up our energy, we even free up our resources. You know, some of us, you're subscribed to 5 different kinds of streaming things, right? You've got your music going, you got your videos going, you got your TV going, you got 3 or 4 things. You got Disney, you got Netflix, you got what are some of the Prime and Crave, and there's a ton of them out there, right? Now, how much time do you have to actually participate in that stuff? How much time are you allowing, and how much money are you paying? So maybe there's a way of cutting 1 or 2 of those things out. And you can always resubscribe to them at a later date when you have the time for it. You know, maybe you had your music, but mainly your music was for at the beach. And now that it's fall, you're not really going to be listening to your music that much. Then stop paying for it for a short period of time. Don't worry, it all stays there. Okay, they want your business. They're not going to make you start all over from scratch again. They love you. Just start looking at some of the things that maybe, and that's your resources, looking at your resources. Or maybe it is just curbing. I have a hair here, it's driving me nuts. Maybe you need to curb some of your spending habits in order to start building that nest egg the way you want it, in order to invest in yourself. Every time you spend money, it should be an investment on you. So when you grab that thing that you want to buy, say, is this an investment in me? Or does this do me harm? Is it a chocolate bar? Is it a bottle of wine? Well, maybe you needed the bottle of wine. No. Start thinking about it more of an investment in yourself every time that you open up your wallet to pay the cashier. Okay, is it really moving you forward, or is it just something extra to carry along the way? Let's get an oracle card. Okay. We have celebrate differences, the 3 energy. The artist has gone through great lengths for this one. Look at that. What can you see in that? Do you see faces and animals and people? Magic. What do you see? Celebrate differences. Oh, on my website. Okay, now my readings are sold out, and they're going to stay sold out until I can catch up. So in a couple of weeks, they'll open back up again. Okay, but when you see down at the bottom, it'll say 0 available. Check back in June. I had that set so that right at the end of check back in July, I believe it says, because I was going to Europe. So I didn't want somebody coming in the end of May and trying to book a reading because they wouldn't get it in the 3 weeks. Okay, so because I was in another country without my cards. So there'll be readings come available in a couple of weeks, not July. Okay, well, probably in July too, but not July. Okay, so celebrate differences. You understand that everything in life comes with an opposite. Even within yourself, you have a polarity: male, female, high, low, good, bad, light, dark. It is our differences that make us unique. We all come from the same collective and all have a light of the inner soul. The more we learn, the more we grow in our thoughts and attitudes, the more understanding and compassion can develop within our lives. Take a moment to appreciate an individual for the qualities that they are sharing with you, and find what learning can be gained from the situation. So somebody comes, they're unique, they're different, they're wild, they're zany. There's always something. There's always a reflection of what you want to learn, of what you want to do, of what you want to be like, or what you absolutely abhor, and it's shining a bright light. And ask yourself, why does that bother me so much? And you could have very good reasons behind it, or you could say, well, wait a minute here. That doesn't make sense, because that clashes with my thoughts about this. Everybody is here to teach us something, and everybody is here that we can teach them something. Okay, we have the bison, abundance, sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. Spend a moment or two each day giving gratitude, giving thanks. Pray, meditate, sit in quiet contemplation. It's a very healthy habit to get into. When you slow down, when you start a meditation practice or just a stillness, sitting in just a moment of stillness, and when you start that, it seems to somehow open up time or energy in a way that wasn't available before. So actually, by taking time out to meditate, you actually increase your time somehow. You seem to get more done. You seem to be more focused. You seem to be more in the moment. And it helps you tremendously on going forward. Anyways, the bison is here for abundance, and it's all about celebrating your abundance, the abundance that is around you now, the abundance that's yet to come. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.